We need to clip this somewhere. Let me close this so my viewers don't get too excited. There's a blue light coming from the plug-in thingy. I think that should be a good sign. Top of the morning, evening, night, or day. I hope everyone's well and good. This is me here on Today on behalf of Well Prepared Men. And in today's video, we're going to talk about my watch collection. So if that sounds right up your alley, don't forget to stay up until the very end. Roll the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain, and the following video is for subscribed devices only.
Welcome. The first thing I want to say is I have an obsessive personality. Once I put something in here, it won't go out until it's there. I spent the last 2 years of my life collecting watches. Technically, I've been curating the collection that you see before you, or will see shortly. At the beginning, I was doing this without knowledge, but then the quest for the daily beater developed into a collection. Without any delays, these are the watches that I intend to keep, no matter what life is saying. Right. Now, the first watch that I have here is the Omega DeVille. It's a gift that I bought myself on my 30th birthday. I think it's a super cool watch. I've mentioned this before here on the channel, but it just looks like something Robert De Niro would wear. I just really like this watch, man. It's so stylish, elegant, classy, and it's not a huge watch. Basically feeling good about myself without having something ginormous on my wrist. And that's really cool. Something really beautiful about this watch is the dial. Now I've got this crazy zoom on my phone, so I can try and show you guys this. You see? I think we call this a honeycomb dial, but I'm not entirely sure. We have this super cool drawing in the back that I'm able to show you now, thanks to my phone's amazing zoom. There we go. It's this way. That's so cool, isn't it? At least I think it is. Something that I don't like about this watch is how the bracelet is done. So I basically either look out for the original bracelet or I'm screwed, because this is a really weird bracelet style and I can't put this on a strap. But besides that, I absolutely love this watch. I know the bracelet is not in the best condition, but I can always get this restored in the future if that's the case. But in the meantime, I have a very beautiful Omega, and this is the start of my collection because it's the smallest watch in here. And all the other watches that I'm going to show you, they're not particularly big watches, but they will be bigger than this. This is the second watch that I want to show you. This is a Zodiac Glorious. I absolutely fell in love with this watch the first time I saw it. Before I found this watch, I was actually looking for an automatic Omega, and I found the Omega Constellation, which in my opinion it's a pretty cool watch, especially the ones that have the pipe hand dial. I was looking at those watches, but the majority of them had a silver case, and I didn't find a lot of options with the gold case at my price range. And then, out of nowhere, I found this watch listed in the wrong category. This is a Zodiac, but it was listed in the Zenith listings. It was basically out of place. So as soon as I found it, I was super happy to have discovered the brand Zodiac, because I think they grabbed the Omega pipe hand dial and made it even better. The markers just feel more aggressive than they do on the Omega Constellation, and I really like that. I think it's super beautiful. Just look at that. It's a manual wind watch from the 1950s to the 1960s. I can't date the precise year of this watch, but it was made within those decades. Super excited to have this watch in my collection. Even happier to share it with people that like watches, because I don't think this is a very well-known watch, and it's a beautiful watch. So yeah, here is my alternative to the Omega Constellation, the Zodiac Glorious. I freaking love that name. As soon as you see this watch, you just know the rest of my collection is gonna be glorious. The next watch I want to show you guys is my Seiko 5. This is a Seiko 5 6119 that I absolutely love. Again, I'm screwed if something happens to this bracelet because it will be really difficult to fit a strap in here. But I just think that the overall package, the watch and the bracelet, they look so cool together that I just have to chance it long term. One of the coolest things about this watch, in my opinion, is the dial, and then the fact that we have the Seiko brand name and the logo here on the side. In most Seiko 5s, it comes up here, and this is a unique touch. I really like this watch. It's got these warm tones which really go well with the majority of my clothing, and it's just a watch that I've never seen on anyone else's wrist. So I absolutely love this watch. I know this looks like a Royal Oak, but I don't really like the Royal Oak that much, and I like this, so I got this instead. Here is my Seiko SQ100. This, I think it looks cool, but the Royal Oak, I've held it in my hand, and at least the modern version is huge. So this is more discreet and thinner than the Royal Oak I held. And overall, it's just a very simple but elegant watch. Just see how this looks on my wrist. It's blingy, but it's a quartz piece. There's not a lot of things that can go wrong with it. It's waterproof up to 100 meters. So it's a brilliant watch. It's a quartz watch, but it was made in the 80s, potentially 90s. What this means is they didn't have such a throwaway culture back then, and this quartz movement is actually made to be serviced. And I think that is quite cool because it's a quartz watch, but it's a quality quartz watch. This is also a quartz watch. The Seiko is from a brand that is not as prestigious, but they make amazing things. So I don't know why they're not as prestigious as Omega or more, because they really contributed to the history of horology. And in the 60s, I feel like that contribution was huge, and these watches are seriously undervalued. My next watch is a Seiko Lordmatic. This watch is the bomb. Just look at this. This is like the blingiest thing you could take out on a Sunday. Actually, no, I have more blingy watches, but this is a simple, it has a simple blinginess about it that I don't know how to explain. Just look at this. It's like having a gold bar with a purple dial on your wrist. It's a simple gold bar. It's jewel-like. And I really, really, really like this watch. This is a Seiko Lordmatic from 1973. And here it is one last time. Now this, guys, is one of the coolest Seikos I ever saw. This is the Seiko Weekdater from 1964. And I'm gonna give it a shake so you guys see this baby in action. There you go, you don't need to shake it a lot. This is a quality machine, and I love it. This is so unique. This reminds me of this, but the simple version that is actually way better than this in terms of movement. This has a 35 joule movement. You just don't see that anymore. That level of craftsmanship and quality. But then we got loads of details in the dial that make this watch even more beautiful. For starters, we got a day-date display, and most Seikos have day-dates display like this. They have the date and the day. The older Seikos have the date display like this. They have the day in black and the date in white. But this watch takes it one step further and separated the day and the date, which is freaking awesome. Then we've got these beautiful Dauphine hands, which you just don't see this anymore. Like, this is elegance. I'm super psyched that I was able to buy this watch and have it here in my collection. It's awesome. I already told you that 1,000 times, so I'm gonna put this watch down and move on to the next watch before you click out of this video. The next watch that I wanna show you is a Rado Voyager. Now, this, in my opinion, is one of the most beautiful integrated bracelet watches ever made. I just like the fluidity from the watch to the case. It just feels and looks like one piece, and I absolutely love that. The bracelet is removable and you could put this on a strap, but it looks gorgeous like this. So I would never, ever put this on a strap unless the bracelet was ruined. I do have another Rado Voyager, which my watchmaker told me that it was fake. So I wear the other watch as a beater, and I keep this one here in my personal collection because this, I'm 100% sure it's original. The day moves in a super fluid way, which doesn't happen in my previous Rado, and it just feels completely different. Even the stones look different. So I feel a little bit bad about having bought a fake Rado Diastar, a fake Rado Voyager, but I didn't know. I wasn't aware. I bought this watch because this is the real deal, and I like the other watch so much. I like the fake Rado Voyager so much that I wanted to have a real one, and here it is. The next watch that I want to show you guys is the Rado Diastar. This is a super beautiful Rado. Now, I think this watch looks cooler on a strap than it does on its original bracelet, because the watch head is so blingy that having a gold bracelet just makes it unnecessarily blingy. And like this, it's still blingy, but it's a little bit more understated, and I really like it on the bracelet for that reason. Anyway, this is a super weird looking watch, but I like weird things, and I only saw one person in my day-to-day life wearing one of these, so it's not a watch that you see every day. This is definitely one of the weirdest watches I found along my watch journey, and I absolutely love it. Look at this! Look at this dial, guys. This dial just screams bling. Super cool. Next watch we're going to talk about are these three. The reason why we're talking about 3 watches in one go is because they're all the same watch model. So what I have here is my favorite watch of all time, the Bulova Super Seville. I absolutely love wearing this watch, and here we have the first Super Seville that I bought. I bought this as a birthday gift to myself on my 29th birthday. Now, this is the second Super Seville that I bought. I bought this because I wanted to wear this, but I felt really worried about something happening to it. So I decided to collect this and wear this one as my Super Seville beater. If you notice, this one doesn't have any stones. It's a simple Super Seville. This one here has stones and it's on the bracelet, so it's a more blingy piece. This here is blingy because the bracelet really stands out, but it's simpler. I know this watch isn't working. Actually, it is working, but it's not working well. It needs a service. After having had these two, I thought, well, I might as well buy this one also to complete the set. This one here is another Super Seville, but this is the 25 joule version. I believe this one here and the other one down there, they have 17 joules. And this is a better version of the Super Seville, movement-wise. It uses the ETA something something that you'd find on the Tudor, and it's a serious caliber. So I thought I might as well buy this also, and like that I have 3 Super Sevilles. The last watch in my collection is another Bulova, and this here is the Bulova 91904. I'm just gonna make it work here so you guys see this baby in action. Anyway, this is a perfect clomage made by Bulova of the Submariner, and I think it looks awesome. Costs less than 1/10 of what the Submariner costs, and it's beautiful. It's freaking beautiful. And one of the things that I like about this watch is how easy it feels to wear. Now this is the biggest watch in my collection, size-wise. This is a 40 millimeter. My favorite size is 36 millimeter. As you can see, this is huge compared to this. And one of the things that I like about it is that when I put the watch on my wrist, it looks huge, but it doesn't feel huge. Like, the wearing experience is super nice. I feel like they made the watch head really balanced, and I really like wearing this watch. It's got 100 meters of water resistance, and it tells me which day it is. It's got an automatic Miyota movement, so it's super easy to replace if something happens to it. And it's just overall a super beautiful watch that allows me to have the Submariner experience without spending Submariner money. There is a few watches here that are homages of famous watches. The Bulova 91904 is an homage of the Rolex Submariner. The Bulova Super Seville is an homage of the Rolex Day-Date. The Seiko SQ100 is an homage of the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. And the Zodiac Glorious is an homage of the Omega Constellation. And the best thing about this is that I get to try watches that are thousands of euros for a fraction of the price. And something that I learned from this is I don't actually want to buy the bigger brothers of these watches. Way more excited to keep the money I would spend buying those pieces and just wear the pieces that I have here and bond with them and actually create memories. That's pretty much my lesson from all of this. I finished my watch collection. I'm not gonna buy anything else. If anything, now I'm gonna sell the things that are not this, so I can truly focus on enjoying this. Hope you have enjoyed sticking here with me till the end, and I hope you have enjoyed the sound also. I hope you notice major improvements on that front. And without any delays, I'm gonna love you and leave you to have the rest of a wonderful day.